Hello guys, sorry I didn't speak for a second there, and we're back for some more Binding of Isaac Rebirth with Bonny. And, well, let's begin after I turn the music on, because last time the music was off, and I feel kind of bad. Oh, that is louder than I remembered it. Let me real quickly turn the volume down for that. Okay, there we go. And the sound effects can be just as loud. Now, let's begin. Let's random. It's probably a bad idea since I'm horrible at most of the characters, but we'll see. Ooh, Samson. I've only ever beaten Isaac, I believe, with him. Never Blue Baby, or I've never gone the shoal route with him. Hit that later. Tinted rock up there. Okay. I was doing some research earlier, actually, and you know, don't ask me why, or well, I guess you can ask me why. Pretty much, somebody made a SpongeBob reference in a Skype call, and that was Ichabod, Icy. He will soon have a YouTube channel, and we will collaborate, him and Llama Taco. But he made a SpongeBob reference, and it made me think of the episode Band Geeks. You know, the one where SpongeBob is like the lead singer of a band that Squidward conducts, and they sing "Sweet, sweet, sweet victory," yeah. That one. Jeez. It was an amazing episode when I was younger. It's still pretty fun to watch now if I were to bring it back out, I'm sure. And something came up. As I was doing my research, I ended up on BuzzFeed. Shame on me for going to BuzzFeed for this, but I ended up on BuzzFeed, and they said that Squidward was an octopus. He has 6 legs, and his name is Squidward. So I was like, what? And people in the comments were talking about it too, and they said that the creator, or was the director, one of the two, they said that person had said in like DVD commentary that Squidward was really an octopus. So apparently that's a debate. People disagree over that. I learned that from by the time I got to Yahoo Answers, I realized that. Going from site to site, people just do not agree, and they think everyone else is stupid. Like, everyone who doesn't agree with them is stupid. Interesting. Okay, fighting Famine on the first floor. Got Isaac's Tears, which is pretty much almost the same as not having a spacebar item. It's like the poor man's Tammy's head. It's been so long since I've had this music on. It's so weird to be able to listen to it again. I'll probably be being a bit louder in this episode compared to the last one, because in the last episode, I had not spoken to anyone all day, or other than, my parents. And, well, actually I had spoken to people, but not in the past, 4 hours from when I started recording that video. So I wasn't really in talkie mode, and it kind of felt like I was talking to myself. So because it felt like that, I didn't speak as loudly. This time I just came from a Skype call where everyone deserted me because they wanted to go to sleep. Jerks. It's not even midnight yet. Everyone deserted me because they wanted to go to sleep. So I'm kind of in, talking to other people mode right now. So it should be a bit more conducive to commentary. So the pink champion's just kind of, I don't know, that guy had the mom's eye effect for a second where he shot something out of the back of his head. It's kind of weird. I didn't know that the pink champions could do that. spider room isn't too difficult. Sometimes. Might be right now. We'll see. I've tried to record several other games at this point, or well, 2 other games for different videos now. And Binding of Isaac is the only one that I've been able to do without a hitch. I tried Dust and Elysian Tale, because that's just such a good game. I love the story. And I talked too quietly and the music was too loud the whole time. And then I tried Pixel Junk Eden, and that entire... Like, I couldn't do any of that either because there was something about the game that made me not talk as loud. And I was almost whispering at some points. I watched back over the video, because of course I watched it before I posted it. I watched back over the video and I was just shocked. Just like, what? Because I couldn't even understand myself at some point. You know, at the places where I had forgotten what I had been saying, I was just like, what? What am I talking about in this? Because I couldn't even hear it. It was just this little mumble in my ear. That's unfortunate. That's why both the first and second video on this channel are going to be Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I swear this isn't all I'm going to do. There will be videos of other games if I can get them working. Okay. Something about this room that annoys me. Actually, I think it's just the big spider. I just don't like those big spiders that break into 2 spiders. I'm not sure why. I just vehemently am against them. Sissy long legs. Pretty good item. I like it. You get some friendly spiders spawning. Real helpful. Real nice. Okay. I don't know. I don't really have to explore this part, but I guess it's fine because I'd like to go into that curse room. Oh, I don't really like this first room. Okay. There we go. Really? I think every one of those has a 25% chance of containing a spirit heart. Every one of the blue flames has a 25% chance of containing a spirit heart. If I'm wrong, do not quote me on that. I think it was 25%. There were 4 of them, and I get none. Thanks game. There were so many tinted rocks, couldn't use that bomb on instead, but nope. Chance on the fires and got nothing out of it. People who are watching this, if you're watching this, how's my avatar, my YouTube avatar? I spent 3 hours, or almost 3 hours today working on it. I sketched it on paper before I did anything else. And that wasn't the difficult part. That didn't take me 3 hours. In fact, that took me about 2 minutes to sketch my avatar. And then I went, considering the fact that I am a poor person, you know, you know that by how I have yet to buy a video editing software, and I'm using OBS, which as we know is freeware. Yeah, I don't have money to get Photoshop or anything like that, although I would like it, because Photoshop seems like I'd have a lot of fun doing crazy stuff with it. By the way, I'm very sorry about that thunder, but I can't do much about it. Oops. Well, I use Microsoft Paint to color that avatar, and that's what took me almost 3 hours. Tears down, kinda sucks. So yeah, put in the comments, anybody watching this, put in the comments whether or not you like my avatar. Doesn't matter if you're watching this in years, if I manage to keep doing this for years, and if I actually get a fan base at some point. Doesn't matter when you're watching this, just put in the comments. I like to hear it. Even if it's a different avatar. I like to hear if you like it. That's important to me. These guys damage me so often, it's almost shameful. Like those guys that shoot in the cross pattern. This guy that we still have here. Ooh. You guys notice that? You had got a little bit framey for a second there. A little bit of lag. monster isn't too scary. Though I do sometimes take damage to him, as pitiful as that is. For somebody who's played as much Isaac as I have. Ah, I forgot to turn on my timer. So it's 4 minutes so far. I'm gonna set a timer as I walk a little bit here. I'm gonna set a timer, and when that timer gets to 16 minutes, I'll call it. That might be a little bit too long for a video. We'll have to see. Hopefully I remember to call it at 16 minutes instead of just calling it when it says 20, which would make it even longer than I want it to be. Okay, have I gotten everything from this floor? I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go anyways, even though I haven't totally explored that one. Caves 1. Nice. Nothing scary, just the caves. Got my sissy long legs here beside me. Today I heard somebody call it, well, the person, if they're watching this, they didn't watch my first video, so they may not have watched this one. Or they probably have not. Well, dude he called a familiar an NPC. Jeez. Get up on your Binding of Isaac knowledge, bro. I was so confused when he said it, because he was trying to make it all a big metaphor for trying to explain something to me. And he was like, imagine every time you get a kill, you get an NPC that follows you around and helps you fight. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? And you know, he had told me it was going to be a Binding of Isaac metaphor ahead of time, so I was prepared for Binding of Isaac words. And it's like, what do you mean by, what? You mean a familiar? I was so aghast. Again, in every video, it seems that I'm going to have to sound condescending and arrogant at least once. At least that's the practice I've been doing so far. Okay, Libra. So that'll give us 6 of these consumable, and 6 more of each consumable, and then it makes it so that every stat upgrade that we get from now on will just be an all stats upgrade, but it'll be a very small all stats upgrade. At least that's how I understand it. I believe that's how it works. I don't check the wiki too often, so I really hope I'm not giving anyone false information. If so, you can blame the YouTuber that I watch. There's a YouTuber that I watch, plays Binding of Isaac. I get a lot of my Binding of Isaac knowledge from him. from him. Sorry again about the thunder. About the storming. Oh, that's a lot of thunder. Well, I get a lot of my Binding of Isaac knowledge from him. And he does make a lot of mistakes, so I might be wrong when it comes to saying certain things. That YouTuber, by the way, is Northern Lion. Yeah, Northern Lion. I watch him play, and I don't think I watch anyone else play anymore. I used to be subscribed to BitSnap, but then I stopped. Not for anything bad. I mean, I just didn't want that many people on my subscription list, so I cut it down to people that I watch the most, and I watch a lot of Northern Lion. I used to watch all of his Binding of Isaac Rebirth videos in a day. Or, I mean, not all of his videos in one day, but all the videos they put out in a single day, I would make sure to watch them all. Or at least all the Binding of Isaac Rebirth ones. And when he first got Rebirth, he would post 3 videos every day of Rebirth. So you can imagine how much I enjoyed Northern Lion, that I would watch all 3, 40-minute to like an hour episodes every day. A really entertaining guy. Now I watch a lot of Press Heart to Continue, Mrs. Dodger. She's wonderful. Though mostly I watch her series that is the Dandelion Wishes to You series. You know, the one with cry in it, with cryotic in it. If you don't know, you should watch it. Well, it's a dating sim, so it's not for everybody. But it's pretty funny with cry in there. Commenting. Dodger, of course, has her comments, but she plays a lot. She played several dating simulators on her channel. Cry has not. Okay, let's just go to the next floor. I don't really feel like messing with those locked rooms. I usually just kind of leave those and not bother. I'm always afraid of running out of keys since I run out of keys so often. I hate missing item rooms so much. It's just, I get this horrible sense of regret. Oh, it rain's really starting out there, and there's about to be more thunder in just a second because there was lighting. Ooh. Wow, this is a bad storm. It's a really bad storm. I'm happy for it though, because a couple years ago around here we had a really bad drought, and it's nice to not have that for a while more. It was a really hot summer too. Like, it was over 100 degrees most days, so it was annoying. Of course, I was just a little kid then, so I wasn't really bothered about like walking around the house with almost nothing, like wearing, you know, very little clothes. I didn't really care. I was just a little tyke. So I was like, whatever. I didn't have any concept of like the shame of not wearing things. I didn't have much of a concept of shame in general. It's pretty good. Except for my grades. Because there was a time when I was in, it wasn't a preschool, but they kind of functioned as a preschool. They would give us tests and teach us stuff sometimes. It was just a daycare, really. But the daycare that I was in, they gave us this test on, you know, which side was left and which was right. And when we started the test, I had forgotten which was which. And so you would imagine my stress as I went into this test and I knew that I had to guess and I was either going to get them all right or them all wrong. Well, I got the latter. I got all of them wrong. I completely failed it, and they gave me a bunch of X's and everything was bad, and I was very upset when I realized that I had done bad, and I was so full of remorse at what I had done, at my, you know, failure at being a good student, that I went and I got in a corner in that preschool room, or in the building. It was like a building that was just a room, and it was a building that was just a room, and it connected to another building, and that second building had, you know, the rest of the preschool in it, the rest of the daycare in it. But the room we learned in, and like this little playroom, was it was a separate building. Well, I sat in that corner and I cried, and the teacher eventually came to me and she wondered what was wrong. She was so bothered. I remember like another student coming to see what was going on because I was just sitting there with my, like, all curled up, you know. I had my head on my knees in the fetal position, and I was just facing into the corner, and a kid came around to see what was up, and they kind of looked at me, and I just glanced up at them, and then I looked away. And I got home that day, and I had the test with me. I just threw it. That's all. I took it and I crumpled it up and I threw it behind a bookshelf, and I never told anyone what had happened until later in my life when my mom was cleaning behind that bookshelf, and I asked her if she had found, if at any point she had found a crumpled piece of paper that was like a failed test from when I was in daycare. She said nope. apparently that lie worked out for me. Probably because at that point nobody thought I was capable of lying, considering I was 5. I did start this horrible legacy, though, of me feeling, you know, like hating myself when I got bad grades. You know, if I got a B at any point, I would just feel like everything had come crashing down. I'm sure I would cry. And I don't want to use the word panic attack so lightly, but I've gone through some pretty rough, like, emotional times when almost getting a B, or like getting grades that were a low A, or maybe a test that was a B or a C, so that I was afraid that it would bring my grade down. I've had a lot of situations like that where I just, you know, I'd freak out and I just kind of walk around my room, pace around my room, and worry and worry and worry. Anyway, Binding of Isaac. Got the wall crawlers. Wall crawlers are dead. An AWA's rune. We may as well use that here since I'm not actually going to use it. Cool. And a judgment, which I guess I'll use. And I wasn't expecting it to be a demon judgment. May as well use them though. Oh, I forgot that you can get 2 plays if you stay close to him. Well, that's sad. And does a chariot card work on him? Oh, it does. No, I left the room. No. Oh, that was so unlucky. Oh, that was so unlucky. I can't believe it. That was kind of lucky, though. Why does he keep not giving me the opportunity to take two plays from him? I should have gotten 2 there. Oh, come on. Every time I actually would have gotten 2, he gives me an item. Stop it. Ah. I think Monkey's Paw is probably better. Maybe they got rid of that, the thing where you can get 2 by standing really close to him. Never mind, because I just saw it happen. Guess they didn't get rid of it then. Worth it. Ceremonial robes, which is a damage up and a sin up, and it gives you 3 black hearts. So great. As you can see, my donation machine is doing pretty well right now. I almost have 999, or well, relatively almost, considering I had to go through the other 900 to get up here. Let me just fill this up as much as I can, real fast. Although it's not too fast. Okay, let's move on. And then we'll be able to get off this floor and move on with our lives. I'm probably not going for boss rush this run because I just plain, I don't know, I'm not really into it. I don't feel like I'll make it. Okay. Let's make our way. By the way, if I've been missing tinted rocks, I'm not too good at finding them on this like set of floors. Basically, when the rocks turn brown, I get worse at finding them because I'm looking for a darker X, and it's really a lighter X. I forget to look for that. Okay, Necropolis, so the more difficult version of the depths. Not a good first room to showcase that on, though, I guess. Considering it's easier than most rooms are. I'm lagging. You guys can probably see the frames that are going a little bit wonky right now. Hopefully I don't take damage to gluttony because of it. That'd be shameful. Yeah, cool. Okay, nice. Just another play on it. Here, Justice. Wonderful. Although the live bomb was not a nice touch. It's not nice at all, game. Rude. Okay. That was a dead-end room. There's a good chance there was a super secret room connected to that, though. Possibly a secret room, depending on the layout. Actually, no, that's literally impossible. That layout cannot exist here. Based on the rooms I've already found. The secret room cannot be there. Super secret room could. So those who aren't familiar with the lingo, the secret room is surrounded by rooms on 3 sides. Or if you're on the first floor, since it's so small, sometimes it'll only be surrounded by rooms on 2 sides. But the secret room has the rooms on 3 sides, and the super secret room just has a room on one of its sides. And that's the case every time. You know, there's no super secret room that has 2 rooms connected to it, because there's always the option for there to only be 1 room. It's not like the 3-room thing where you have to have the C shape. You can just have, you know, you can have a flat line, you can have like a little peninsula thing going on. Yup. I'm not gonna check for it though. Even though I probably should, considering how many bombs I have. 11 bombs. Where am I gonna use these if not to find secret rooms? Well, tinted rocks, but I don't usually find many past this point in the game. It's just I'm not. I haven't worked to get good at these. Okay. Yay, black heart. That's nice. It's a real kind game. This is Charm Tears, right? Mascara? Maybe it's the mascara. This is the eyeshadow, yeah, because the mascara... I'm not sure I've unlocked Eve's mascara, actually. Because I haven't done much with Eve. I'm not very good at runs with her. I don't believe I have unlocked Eve's mascara, because I've never seen it in-game. Seen it in people's videos, but never in my game. I guess I probably haven't unlocked it. This room can just go leave forever. I would be just as happy if this room was not a thing that happened. Would be pretty pleased, actually. I would be pretty pleased, actually, if this room was not a thing. I'll go ahead and use that lover's card. See, I forget that when I murmur, it's not going to be picked up by the microphone. I think to myself, you know, anything I say will be heard by the people. Because the people are me, or something like that. I feel like I'm talking to myself sometimes, so when I feel like that, I'll start talking quietly and I'll murmur. When I murmur, nobody can hear what I say. And then I really am talking to myself. Then I'm crazy talking to myself. Oh, this room is an annoyance. Oh, I shouldn't have taken damage there. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, voice cracked. Oopsie. Thinking of uploading a song cover of some kind to this channel, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go that route. For no specific reason, it's just that I'm horrible at singing the right part of the song when I'm singing to music. I don't know why. And I've never taken singing lessons. I've never been in a choir class. But for some reason, I always sing the harmony instead of the melody when I'm trying to sing along to instrumental. I don't know where that comes from, but I just do it. I think it's because I'm used to singing with the singer, where I want to make them sound better, so I'll sing the harmony without even thinking about it. Not sure. Maybe it's just because I sing along to the radio a lot. All I know is I tried out for a talent show once, and I was singing "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor, and I was singing it with music. You know, the year before that, I had done that same talent show, except I had made it. You know, I got in the talent show and I did sing "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor at that point, but I was singing it without instrumental. And so I did this second year, and I was like, okay, perfect, you know, she'll let me in most likely. and she'll at least like my voice if she doesn't let me in, and it'll be fine. But she was just like, I don't know what's wrong. Your pitch, you know, she was saying how it was bad. She was trying to explain to me the specific way in which it was bad. During the tryouts, it was me and one other person in the room. And I just sang. She was trying to explain to me why my singing was bad, why I didn't have a chance of being in the talent show. And she was saying, you know, I was wondering what was wrong, and I realized now you were singing the harmony instead of the melody. She said, so everything was wrong. You know, some of the notes would be right, and then occasionally they would just go completely off track. And as she was telling me this, you know, I didn't really want to hear this kind of mumbo-jumbo that I didn't really understand. So I was like, so do you mean that I'm not going to get in? So I was like, so you're saying I have no chance of getting in? She said, there's always next year. And I felt so bad just having her tell me in front of that other girl that I had no chance after I thought I would, and I had had so much confidence in my voice and my song. It just crushed me. I went outside to wait for my mom, and I was crying. I was just sitting outside the school, and I was just crying my little eyes out. I was so upset. That was 7th grade. My mom got there, and I got in the car. I didn't explain to her what happened at the time. I got in the car, and I texted my friend who had also tried out for the talent show, and who also did bad, because she was singing with another girl, and apparently, I guess something went wrong. Like, they didn't work well together, or they didn't sing well as one. Because she had told me the day before, she did her tryouts the day earlier. There were several days that people could try out. She had told me that, oh, she was screwed because, you know, she's like, if I had been singing alone, it would be a different story, but with Elizabeth. And she had told me that. So I texted her, and I was just like, I bombed it. I bombed the tryouts. It was horrible. And she was like, no, you didn't. Why? I bet you did awesome. I was like, oh no, she told me. The teacher expressly told me, the choir teacher expressly told me that I would not be making it. She was like, oh, sorry. I was like, nope, there's no sorries anymore. Everything just sucks. I was a little bit of a drama queen at that point. Heck, I'm a drama queen now. I don't know. I'm more self-conscious about it now. Okay, got the Zombros. Charm tears have not done much to help me, really. I haven't noticed much assistance from them. Maybe it's just because I'm being a little bit absent-minded with my gaming right now. You know, when I get a story to tell, I kind of pay less attention. And I have so many stories to tell. But I'll run out soon, don't worry about it. I don't have to find other ways of commenting on things. I'm just using this for the poops in this room. And then I'll get Monkey's Paw again. Although, maybe I shouldn't. I'll stick with Monkey's Paw. Oh, I didn't realize I was entering the mom fight. I should have gone to the item room. This happens too many times to count. I can't believe I did it again. Well, I guess I can, because I never pay attention to what floor I'm on. I should really work on that. I should. For those of you who don't know, the mom fight, you can't get out of it once you get in unless you have a teleport card. I do not have a teleport card, and I walked in here without thinking, and I have not yet gone to the item room for this floor. And also, I won't be going to boss rush, so that won't be making up for it. I think this is starting to be a longer video now. It is, definitely, because it's already past 20 minutes. Ooh. Okay. If I can throw my timer to the wind now. Just when this run ends, that's when the video's gonna end. Timing doesn't matter anymore. Because I wouldn't cut off a run. I wouldn't I wouldn't end the episode in the middle of a run. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like that's good. I like to find a good stopping place for an episode to end. Although sometimes I just kind of deal with it. Sometimes I just kind of just, you know, grit my teeth and bear it. It'd be like, whatever. Grit my teeth and bear it. That's not a saying. There is a saying, I believe, that relates to gritting your teeth. Maybe, but I know the one that I was thinking of was just grin and bear it. Yeah. Okay. Use this. Strength card. Not really the most important thing right now. Oh, I should have gone to show, but I didn't. Oh no. Okay, well, guess I gotta beat Blue Baby now. Or else this will have been useless as far as filling out the post-it note for Samson. I wonder, anybody listening to this, tell me in the comments, have you heard the song Spectrum by Boy and Band featuring Cryotic and Minx? Because I watched that recently. Because I just found it. I don't know when it was posted, but I saw it recently and I was just so amazed. I loved it. I thought of that because, you know, I was thinking gritting teeth, and it made me think of why can't I kill these jerks? It made me think of a line in Spectrum that said, but they didn't know that the gritting of the teeth was just her biting on the lie. And it was like, oh, there was something with that line, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Because that kind of, I felt like that, I don't know, it connected with me a little bit because I've been, like, doing more lying than I'm comfortable with recently. It's been really bothering me. Like it bothered the girl in the song. And her logic said, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. The issue is temporary, so attempt to wait for one more day. I love that song though. I really like it. Sorry for the coughing, I know that may have sounded really bad. May have sounded really bad on the video. I tried to kind of cover my mouth that second time so that it wouldn't be as loud, and also because it's kind of more sanitary, but I forget a lot. I forget a lot that I'm supposed to cover my mouth when I cough. Because I cough a lot. My throat just gets dry and there's nothing I can do about it when it happens. Though I've been told, oh no, that's what sneezing. I've been told that if you think you're about to sneeze, you need to say cow in a normal voice. Like, you can't whisper it or anything, you gotta just say cow and emphasize it when you say it, and that will help. That's what a friend of mine told me in 6th grade. I remember because I sneezed in class, and because I didn't want people to notice, I held my nose, which is really bad for you. And when I held my nose, it came out as just like a honk, or it's kind of like it's a little bit of an explosion-y kind of sound, but of course toned down because, you know, it's not an explosion. It's just you forcing this stuff to stay in your nose when it wants to escape, when it's trying to get out. I guess it's an explosion in a way, you know. But I had just sneezed and held my nose. Everybody heard it. Everybody looked back at me. I was kind of close to the back of the class. Everybody else in the class kind of looked at me like I was crazy. Just holding my nose, and they hear this just honk. So my friend just whispered to me, and she was across from me. Actually, I was in the back of the class that year. She was in the seat beside me. And she was just like, hey, in the future, when you need to sneeze, just say cow and it won't happen. And you won't want to sneeze anymore. I was just like, oh, okay. I'll have to try that in the future. It's like, we gotta say it, you gotta say it loud. You gotta say it with force. I've never actually tried it since then, though. She's a real nice girl, the person who told me that. And if I decide to show her this, she may be listening to this video. And if so, you know, she was one of my best friends at the time. Or, she was my best friend at the time, actually, in 6th grade. She was definitely my best friend. Later on, I had met another girl, and she is currently my best friend ever right now. Because in 6th grade, I had every class with her, despite the fact that I had despised her the year before because she did so well in school, and I was so angry because people always assumed that I would. And it was because we had these AR points that you get from reading books and taking tests on them, and she was gonna get 1,000 AR points that year. And every time I saw her, she'd be reading. I was so mad because people always assumed that I read all the time, and I didn't. You know, I just read when I wanted to, and I felt like she was perpetuating that stereotype that I was getting. And so I was mad at her, and it was such a stupid reason to be mad at someone. And I had never actually met her. I was just mad at, I guess, the idea of her. Well, I met her in 6th grade when I had every class with her. I walked every class with her. We ended up playing the same instrument in orchestra. The only year I was in orchestra. And from then on, we just became friends. I convinced her to watch anime. She convinced me to read manga. And we both got into YouTube the next year. It was cool. Of course, I got into YouTube more than she did. A lot more, in fact. Then she got into Tumblr. And that's where our paths diverged. Yup. Brain guys. I don't know. I like them. I just like how they look. Something about the contrast. The thin black lines on the white. This white that's almost kind of a bluish white, I guess. Really like it. Or there's a quality of the white that makes me feel like it's blue. Almost like it's just a little bit blue tinted. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I'm crazy. My OBS is really lagging my Isaac right now. I'm very sorry if you're noticing that it's getting a little bit framey. I'm sorry. Can't really do much about that though. I don't know why that's been happening today. I was playing Minecraft on a server with some friends a little bit ago, and I was lagging a lot there too. It was costing me a lot of, you know, deaths. Oh well, costing isn't the best word. It was costing me a lot of kills. It was adding a lot of deaths. Seems kind of annoying. They've taken quite a bit of damage on it, actually. Oh my gosh, I just noticed my health. I might die. Ooh, I really hope that I'm gonna be okay now. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. This issue is temporary, so attempt to wait for one more day. Oh, I forgot I had Monkey's Paw. Yes, it's gonna protect me now. That's so nice. And logic said, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. This issue is temporary, so attempt to wait for one more day. Oh no, that's not it. That's it. It's this issue is temporary, so attempt to wait until you're safe. Yeah, I remember it, kind of. That was Minx's part. I remember. Those of you who haven't heard the song, go look it up. Spectrum by Boy in a Band featuring Minx and Cryotic. Or it may have just said Minx and Cry, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Either way, I love it. I love that song. I love the video for it. It's just good. I like the message behind it and such. Enjoy it. Ew. I'm just now hearing that sound effect in the background, the little squelchy sound effect. Because I never play with my music on. And so I never hear that. It sounds so weird and gross. Yee. It's kind of, I don't know, that's less nice than it's a little bit less nice than I thought it'd be, you know, it's listening to the music. Or a little bit less nice than I remembered it being, rather. Oh no. Yeah, red heart, give me that. Give me that black heart. No. Okay, thanks. No way I can hit that thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a challenge. I really don't want to take any damage. Because if I take 2 more hits, I die. And I want to beat Mom. Or I want to beat Mom's heart in this one. I already beaten Mom. I want to beat Mom's heart too. Mom's Hut 2 coming this fall. Action, adventure, comedy. Starring John Travolta in Mom's Heart 2. Starring John Travolta as Mom's Heart. Oh, I'm screwed. This is it. This is it. I'm not gonna be able to dodge any more bullets. Not with like Chubb here hanging out. Oh, okay. Well, that was disappointing. That ends that run. Not sure how long this video has been, but I think it'll be okay. This has been part 2 of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'll probably be posting more videos of this and hopefully some videos of some other games if I can. I hope you all have a wonderful day and thank you for watching. Bye!